Welcome to another reading. Today we're going to find out what you should know at this current time in your life. And we got a lot of cards come out. Usually when there are a lot of cards that come out, I put them back in because I want just one card from each deck. But this time I allowed whichever many cards we got. Not like a whole lot, but maximum, let's say about 3. So whatever came out, came out. Okay, so all you have to do is choose one of these 3 piles. You can choose by your intuition or by the crystal that's on them. Whatever feels natural to you, wherever your eyes are guided to. If there are more than one, that is okay. Sometimes the messages do connect with one another. And because it's a general reading, sometimes you'll get different pieces of information that is for you from different piles. So you can work on something while you listen to this, or you can just watch and enjoy. So I will see you in your reading. Welcome, Group 1. So, what do you need to know at this current time in your life? You got to reconnect with Mother Earth. Plant, garden, harvest. So because May is the best time to start growing a garden, you are being called to start growing something for yourself. So whether you have a lawn, a balcony, even if you have windows, okay, as long as there is sun that is coming in, you can grow something for yourself. That could be plants that help cleanse the air or purify the air in your home. That could be beautiful flowers on your windowsill or your balcony, or fruits and vegetables, because there are some that you can grow indoors in large pots and stuff, or on the balcony. But especially if you have a lawn, instead of growing grass, maybe try growing like something to eat. That's way you save money. You don't have to buy it. And secondly, you know where it came from. You know it doesn't have any harsh chemicals on it. And trust me when I say what you grow on your own is 1,000,000,000 times more delicious than what you can buy in the stores. Because in the stores, things get imported from who knows where. It could be sprayed with like pesticides and stuff. It's like you never know. So growing your own is always, always so much healthier for you. And also be aware where you get your seeds from. Some seeds might be GMO, lab grown, lab created, so be careful what seeds you're planting. Okay, also get outdoors a lot more. It's May, right? There's more sunshine, there's more things to do. Start going on hikes, start going on walks. Okay. Get into nature. Okay, so this group is being called to be more present in nature. Okay, it says coexist, gather, limit waste. So start maybe recycling, reduce what you have. Also, not just get into nature, but be more natural. Okay, so try to, maybe if you use makeup, look for healthier options, more natural options, makeup that is created using more natural ingredients. Or if you're using lotions, instead of like lotions that have chemicals, try to look for natural oils like argan oil, castor oil, coconut oil, that is 100% raw oil that you can use instead of lotions, because oils are so much more natural, so much more cleansing and healthy for the skin, the hair, scalp, all kinds of things. So look up different types of oils, what they're used for, and what you can use with them. Like if you make your own, let's say, mixture of things with the oil, that way you know that your skin, your body is being nourished by something natural. Okay, you don't want to add harsh chemicals. And remember to also be more authentic, right? Wear things, wear clothes, accessories that you naturally gravitate to. Okay, don't copy other people's fashion or style or think you have to wear this because this is in this season. No, don't be a hive mind, don't be a follower, be a trendsetter. Okay, you want to have your own style. What it is you like. What kind of styles of clothing do you like? What kind of colors do you like? Shades, tones. Do you like gold or silver? Try to reinvent yourself, but with authenticity. Okay. You got to clear your mind, be present, focus, embrace. So being present in the now, okay, focusing on what is right now. When you look at the past, all you will feel is sadness because there are going to be memories that you really love, but you cannot go back to them. They're just a memory now. Or maybe there's trauma that you had in your past and it gives you sadness because you keep looking back at it, right? If you look at the future, you're going to be filled with anxiety and tension because the future is not yet set in stone. You have no idea what is waiting for you. And creating thoughts about what the future will be is just going to make you stressed out. So you're being stressed out and anxious for something that isn't even set in stone, that could possibly change at any moment. Okay, so all you have is right now, this moment. Okay, focus on that. Kindred spirits, spirit companions, guides, comfort. Okay, so you are being guided to something. It's possible also that in the background, what is happening, what the universe, the great consciousness is preparing for you at this current time, is for you to get close with people that are like you, that are in your, like your vibe, your tribe. Okay, so perhaps if you have been losing friends, if they have been, if they walked away from you, or there's drama and constant chaos, life is telling you that those are not your group. Those are not, that's not your tribe. Okay, so sometimes when you see that things just aren't working out and that you do need to let go of them, it is because there's something better coming in for you. Okay, so if you tried and things haven't worked out, then try to be patient. And even if you're alone for a certain amount of time, that's okay. You are just being prepared for something better. Maybe there are things you have to work out inside yourself, because remember, energy attracts like energy. So if you keep attracting toxic people, that means there's something inside of you that needs to be changed, that needs to be worked on, that needs to be healed. Okay? I know that every one of us likes to think that there's nothing wrong with us, that we are perfect as we are. But you have to take accountability. There are things you need to work on yourself. Okay? You got insight, magical tools, writing, star crafting. So this could be journaling. You might get insight at this time through journaling and releasing your emotions through writing, right? What happened during your day? How did you feel about it? And things like that. Because in time, when you look back and read your journal, you're going to start figuring out how things have progressed to get you where you had to be. And you're going to see that in the times that you were so impatient or things were chaotic, you're going to see that that was just a preparation for the greatness that is to come. Okay? Nothing will ever stay the same. Nothing ever stays as is. Things will always have to change. That is why you should never get too comfortable in your schedule, in your life for anything, because something will come along that challenges you to shake things up, because you need to grow, you need to evolve and become better, wiser, stronger. Okay, so things will come up that might be chaotic, where you might feel like, what is happening? Like, why aren't things going right anymore? But that is like an earthquake in your life where things have to be shaken up in order for you to grow from it, okay, to improve. You got Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. So it seems like you have spirit companions and guides. What else? And caretaker, guardian, support. It feels like at this current time in your life, what you need to know is that you do have a support system around you. Even if you don't see them, okay? There is support around you. Your ancestors walk by your side daily, okay? When you do need some wisdom, guidance, or help, you can call upon them, even if you don't know their name, or if there is a specific ancestor that you want to call upon. Light a candle and call out their name. Talk to them. Okay, imagine, like, feel their presence as if they are right there next to you or in that room, even if you cannot see them. Imagine that they're wearing a cloak of sorts that makes them invisible, but you still feel them, okay? So try to connect to that presence of how you feel, or imagine that their presence feels like. And then, ask them for the support you need, like talk to them, tell them your struggles and stuff, and ask them, to help guide you, to bring you to where you need to be in life, to give you signs, like a specific sign. For example, show me ladybugs on anything that I need to choose, right? So when I need to make some decision, whatever is the best decision for me, show me some sort of ladybug. Whether it's an actual ladybug that lands on something, or whether it's an image or a logo, or just help guide me with the ladybug, or whichever animal or tool or a word, let's say, whatever it is you feel close to, tell them so that they can guide you better, okay? Time out. Awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. Okay, so this connects with the get into nature vibe here, where, and this kindred spirit, like I said, if you are being removed from people because of the drama, chaos, betrayal, backstabbing, or just seeing that there's just toxicity among them, you need to step away. You need to take time out for yourself and become more aware of what is happening around you and within you. Feel your body, not physically with your hands, but just on the inside. Feel how it is you're feeling. I recently have stopped eating ice cream, okay? I loved ice cream. But after this last time I ate it, I felt what I always felt. But this time I decided to actually listen to my body. Now, I am, to a degree, lactose intolerant, but I can still eat ice cream without having to rush to the bathroom or anything. But I just felt this complication in my stomach, and it's something that I don't want to feel. So despite how hard it is to, let's say, see someone else eating ice cream, I know that my body doesn't tolerate it. So I prefer to choose health instead of taste. Okay, and I also realize a lot of the times that when I would eat something, let's say someone bought me and my siblings the same thing, like chocolate or whatever, and I wasn't really into it, right? It's like maybe I didn't like that specific chocolate bar or that specific taste or whatever it is. I would still eat it because, like, I felt like if I didn't, then I wouldn't belong. Like, they're eating something and I'm not, right? So I want to be part of that. So a lot of the times we tend to do things just to belong, just to feel like we're included, but at the same time it's toxic for us. Our body is saying no. This isn't for your highest good. This isn't right for your body, for, for your blood, for your heart, for your stomach. This isn't right for you. There's something within this food or this makeup or shampoo or lotion, whatever it is, that is making your body ill in some way. Okay, so you need to take the time to be aware after you eat something, how it is you're feeling. Okay, after you put on a specific type of clothing, How do you actually feel in it? Okay, so time out is necessary, especially take time out in nature. Sit somewhere quiet, just observe nature. Maybe close your eyes and allow the sun to just touch your face. Take a deep breath and just be present. Be in that moment. Imagine this moment is all there is. Okay, and you're going to feel so much love and purpose in that moment, so much calmness, no stress, no anxiety. You're just being in that moment. You got anger and rage. Okay, we'll put this here for a moment. The unknown. So there is something unknown. Maybe this is why you have anger and rage in your life, is because there's something that you aren't aware of. Perhaps the anger is coming from some situation, but the thing is, you don't know the whole story. There's more to this situation than what you are aware of. That's why you need time out and to just maybe step away from the situation. You got beauty, so this is internal beauty. You got the number 17 with beauty, so that is number 8. And 8 is the number of eternity. So reminding yourself that you are an eternal being. Okay, not the flesh, but the real you, the spirit you. You are eternal. Let's see what else. You got Pisces energy with the number 12, which results to 3, so that is creativity. So currently in your life, there is Pisces energy involved. And Pisces is water, so there could be some emotional things happening at this current time. It says you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. And Virgos always tend to feel like they're not good enough, that they lack something, that they're not included, but this is reminding you that you are good enough. Okay, so maybe this anger and rage is because you maybe aren't included in something. Maybe the unknown could be some secret that is being held from you, and this is making you angry. Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So that is a bit of fire in there. You got the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Like I said previously, life will do what it has to do to shake things up. Whenever you get too comfortable, something will come up, because we don't evolve in our comfort. Okay, when things are just the same, even if they're great, right? Even if you're happy with and content with your life, it cannot stay like that forever. Something will come up, some problem, some situation, whatever it is, because you need to keep growing, evolving, okay? And you got to work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So what is it that you are afraid of? Because luck is on your side here, and it says you are good enough. So it seems like whatever you are thinking of doing, you should go for it, because it says step out of your comfort zone, right? So you should go for this. And since you got to work through your fears, it means that the fears are just in your mind. It's not rational. You are creating a scenario and having doubts when, like I said, the future isn't set in stone. So you need to reel back, take some time to yourself, okay? And just remember, be in the present moment, okay? Let's just see, what is this anger and rage about? Okay, so the anger and rage is some sort of unfairness. You feel like there's no justice on something that possibly shook your world. Maybe there was someone that really did you wrong, and you are feeling so angry because there was no justice served. Okay, something that sort of shook you up. I don't know if this was some sort of argument or fight. But it feels like either, because Two of Swords is sort of like a decision-making thing, right? You don't know what decision to take, but in this instance, whoever this is, it feels like, I don't know if this is like you're seeing that they are getting some good things in life, even though they shouldn't even deserve it because of what they have done or caused you. Okay, but you have to be aware that the universe is working behind the scenes all the time. And even if they don't get their karma right now, they will. At some point when they get really comfortable, it's going to hit. Okay? And it might not strike them. It might strike someone that they really love. And they will feel the pain. Okay? So you don't have to worry. All you have to do is focus on you. Okay? Get away from this person or these people. Because your tribe will come. Okay, you have that kindred spirit card here. Okay, look how peaceful that looks. Okay, it's just this lady sitting on this tree with this kindred spirit here. See that face? That kindred spirit found them. They didn't find this kindred spirit, didn't find her when she was around people, toxicity, or in some big city, you know. She found her when she was in complete stillness, calmness, when she was out in nature, okay? This is where you have to be. Okay, it's going to serve you so much better than what you are used to at this moment. Okay, so group 1, I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy this reading, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, preferably all 3 if possible. It's an easy and free way that helps me, my channel, as well as it helps the video to be pushed out and find the people it needs to find in order that they get the help they need. Okay? And consider checking out my Ko-fi page. If you have the means, you can leave a tip, you can shop, you can become a member, and you can also get a personal reading. Okay, there are like 4 different types to choose from, so check it out. Even if you don't plan on doing any of that, check out the page just to see your options. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I love group 2. Welcome to your reading. So let us see what you should know at this current time in your life. You got family connections, respect, people, kinship. So something regarding your family. You got have courage, strength, fearlessness, warrior. So if this was some sort of family argument of sorts, it could be saying to have courage and possibly create boundaries if you have to, right? You can't allow, even if it's your family, you can't allow people, anyone, to walk all over you, to use you, to keep taking, you know, from you and not giving anything back, okay? So you need to put up boundaries, as tough as it may sound or seem, okay? Because you'll never then get the respect you need, and they'll never see you as someone to be taken seriously. Because family always sees you as a kid, no matter how old you can be, they'll always see you as a kid, okay? So you need to stand tall, have the courage and the strength. Nature spirits, elves, fairies, rock formations. This is interesting. So last group had cards that told them to get into nature. They had two cards. One was Mother Nature, and one was Get into Nature. So there was always all about nature. For you guys, it seems like you are more connected with nature spirits. Okay, so you should be going into nature regularly to connect with the deities and the spirits among those places. So whether you are more connected with the woods, forests, or streams of water, like bodies of water, or deserts, or mountains and hills, for air and things, what do you feel most connected to or drawn to? Go there and spend more time there. Especially now that, we are having, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's getting more, hotter and nicer, so you can go out more. You don't need coats or jackets and things like that, okay? Be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, harmony. So you are being called to be more grateful for what you do have. To spend some time, even if it's a minute or two, whether when you wake up or during the day or before you go to sleep at night, to consider or think about what you feel grateful for. Let's say if you do it at night while you're in bed, closing your eyes, think about your day and ask yourself, what happened today that I really feel grateful about? Whether it was you had that awesome thing to eat that day, because remember, not everyone has the option of what they can eat. Sometimes you have what you have because either you're living in a hut and you have to, I don't know, hunt for your food, or maybe you're living as a prisoner in someone's basement and you have no idea what the circumstances are. So feel grateful that you got to choose what you can eat. Or perhaps you saw someone that you haven't seen in a long time, or have spent some really quality time with your child or your partner, or you really enjoyed watching a movie, whatever it is. So consider and think about what it is you feel grateful for, because gratefulness and being thankful will create better opportunities for you. The universe is going to see that you feel content and happy with what you got, and it's going to send you more of that. Okay? Okay, you got homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. So if this is family connections, it could mean that you are returning back home, or some place that you used to belong to. Perhaps like your motherland, or your culture, or something. Or this could mean that whatever you have started, some sort of long journey, whether it was a project or exploration, a journey, whatever it was, you are now completing it and coming back, right, with more wisdom, more experience, and things like that. So you got the crystal path, mineral spirits and crystal beings. So you got nature spirits and you got mineral spirits. So this group seems like you are more connected with the spirits. Okay, and you can use this, you can help them, maybe offer them something, and you will get you'll get rewards back for it. But of course, don't do it for selfish reasons just to get the rewards. Do it because you're thankful to them. Remember that these nature spirits help our planet. Okay? So trust and respect them. Of course, there are mischievous ones, so have some discernment, but Atlantis, rapid development, excellent success. Okay, so there is something rising up to the surface, something that possibly you have worked hard on, and now you will see the rewards from it. Okay, and remember, the rewards don't always look the same for everyone. Rewards for some may look like money. For others, it may look like experience. For some, it may look like giving birth to a child, or buying a new home for the first time ever, or at least buying a home that you, for the first time in your life, feel like it can be a true home, right? So success looks different for everyone. So there is some success coming up for you. You got Shiva with Destroyer. So we'll put that to the side because we'll see what that is about. You got Peacemaking. So this could be a family thing. Perhaps there is some family issues that have been going on that you need to sort of make peace with. Whether it's making peace with them or making peace in the sense as in you acknowledge that this just isn't going to work out and you need to walk away. Okay, so peacemaking can look different. Okay, so let's see. You got help from above. So there is guidance or help that you can count on around you at this time in your life that will come up, will come in, or that you possibly are not seeing because you're too focused on whatever the problem is. So you need, the reason why you need to maybe spend some time in nature, around the nature spirits, and be more thankful and have that gratitude and appreciation and harmony is because it's going to help you see more. Okay, because when we are stressed out, we tend to have tunnel vision. We tend to only see that problem. Okay, so find a way to be still, to be calm, content, at peace. Okay, and then when you are calm and collected and take deep breaths, also what also helps is stepping away from your typical environment. So if you're constantly at home, step away and maybe sit somewhere in nature and then find the solution. Okay, or try to think of something. Maybe get out a notepad or something. Not your phone, because it's not like natural. Okay, when you are writing something by hand, it's a lot more natural and helps release more than by just clicking buttons or screens or whatever. Okay, so take some sort of notebook or something and just write down what the problem is, and then try to brainstorm ways on how to fix it, how to go about it. What different things can you do about the situation, okay? But you need to be in a different environment, because when you are in that environment where the problem exists, you won't be able to think on a larger scale, because everything around you will keep you in that stress mode, in that problem mode. Okay, so you need to sort of step away. Same thing as when you are decluttering and stuff. Just looking, when you open your closet, just looking at what's inside your closet isn't really going to help you make the decisions you need to make. You actually have to take everything out of your closet, put it on your bed or on the floor, and see it in a new environment or a new surrounding in order for you to know whether you still want that or don't. Okay, because seeing it as you've always saw it in your closet, like you're so used to it that you're not going to remove what you aren't into anymore. Okay, so there is Mars energy in your life at this moment, which is interesting because of that Destroyer card with Shiva. And Mars card is 17, which results to the number 8, and that is eternal, eternity, right? So it seems like this group, some of you may have been going through a constant repeating loop, some sort of struggle in your life, some sort of pattern that just keeps coming back, and it seems to stem from some type of like a war, a destructive or warlike energy. That's why the peacemaking card is here. Making peace with your past or with the people that are the problem for you. Okay, and like I said, peace doesn't always look like actually coexisting together. Peace sometimes looks like acknowledging that there is no other way but creating distance and moving out, or maybe even not being around each other all the time. Okay, because there are times when There are households where when they live together, it's so chaotic. But when they live apart and then just visit each other, there's more harmony and it's more peaceful because you don't get to see each other every day. Energies and personalities don't clash, right? You actually set some time to visit each other, and when you visit someone, there is some sort of mental preparation, right? You're going to go somewhere, so you are mentally prepared for it. So there is, less arguments because you are prepared to see this person. Okay, so however peacemaking looks like to you, you need to create it. Okay, and you got full moon in Aries, so you got Mars and Aries and Destroyer here. A fiery climax approaches, so something huge is happening here. Okay, so this is something regarding a heartbreak. Oh my gosh, the Tower. Who hurt you? Oh. Okay, so I said who hurt you and you got the Six of Cups. This is some childhood trauma here. You got childhood trauma, possibly regarding family, that you really need to heal. Because you won't be able to move on and have the life that you actually want and deserve if you keep being stuck in that destructive Mars energy. Because Mars is our past. Okay, before the first colony came to Earth, they lived on Mars. And once Mars started getting destructive and chaotic, they moved to Earth. Okay, so Mars is the past. So there is energy of the past which is so destructive for you, and it seems like it stems from your childhood. Okay, so you need to create peace with your past. This could be by confronting the people who hurt you, and not confronting in like warring with them or arguing. Sitting them down, telling them how they hurt you, how it made you feel, acknowledging that even if it wasn't their intention, because sometimes as a child, let's say, you don't see things how adults see things, right? So as an adult, they might think, I don't know, they had a stressed out day and, they took it out on you. It wasn't a big deal. But to you, it was. Because you were going along your day happy and cheerful, and suddenly, I don't know, you got yelled at for no reason, you got smacked, and that was traumatic. And you didn't know where it was coming from because you were a child, you didn't understand this, right? So you have to let them know that even if it wasn't their intention, even if for them it was something small, for you it was huge and it hurt you. And you feel like everything was your fault. So you have to voice it out to them, okay? If they can't see your point of view, then you have to acknowledge that they might never see your point of view. But that is why then you will know at least where you stand with them. So either they're going to hug you and say, I'm so sorry, I didn't even think how you were experiencing this, right? And they're going to acknowledge what you're feeling and allow you to have that space to voice it. And then you can find some way to heal with them, through them, or they won't be able to see your side, will think that you're just being silly or stupid or whatever, and that is when you at least know where you stand with them. And then you have to create boundaries, and you have to voice this. You have to tell them, I need to create boundaries, because if you can't see my side, I can respect you, okay? You don't have the experience that I do, or of going through something that hurts you in this way. Okay, so I respect your experiences, but I need to create boundaries. I need to heal. I need to have my space. Okay, and you have to create it. Or you'll have to move away. Okay, now if this was something more extreme, like SA, or any type of abuse that will go, that is a level of, gaslighting and manipulation and going crazy because they're playing with your emotions and your mind and things like that, you need therapy. Okay, you need to seek professional help, and not from a psychiatrist, as they will just pump you with pills. You need a psychologist, someone that will speak to you, that will help you navigate those memories and those emotions, because they don't tell you how it is. They guide you so that you discover it on your own. Okay? So look into that, because you need to heal from this past and this destruction. I just want to pull a few more cards, because I don't want to leave you with just the darkness, okay? But I don't also want you to ignore it, okay? Okay, so the reason why I wanted to pull out another card, or more, a few more, is because I wanted to know where this was leading you, okay? So if you take accountability, if you take the steps to healing, it leads you to the Ace of Pentacles. That means it leads you to abundance, and this is soul abundance. This could also be that this past, even if it has nothing to do with your career, it might have been limiting you from success or preventing you from it, because you were stuck in this destructive energy. Okay, so in order, once you heal whatever this was, you will then be able to have smoother sailings, okay? Things are going to go a lot more smoother for you, and you're going to see some sort of abundance in your life. And remember, abundance can look different for everyone. This could be monetary abundance, this could be spiritual and content abundance, this could be just some sort of joy and prosperity in your life that begins to unfold once you heal this. Okay, so group 2, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as it not only helps my channel, but it also helps someone that needs to hear this message to hear it, right? The video will get pushed to more people, and someone could find this beneficial for their own path in life, as they might be feeling stuck at the moment. Also, consider checking out my Ko-fi page. You can leave a tip there. You can get a personal reading. There are 4 different types to choose from. You can shop there, and you can become a member. Get interesting perks throughout the month, like free readings, discounts, and things like that. And I will see you next time. Welcome to your reading, group 3. So what is happening in your life right now that you need to know about? You got upskill, work, career, and crossroads. Okay, so possibly if you were looking at taking a course for something related to your work, this is a good sign that you should do that, because more knowledge is always beneficial. You never know where it can lead you. You got to move your body, dance, breathe, flow. So get more exercise in your life. Remember that not every kind of exercise will be right for everyone. So look into what you gravitate to, what you actually enjoy doing, right? So whether that is going to the gym, working with weights, or cardio, or running, or jump rope, or dancing, swimming, whatever it is, look into it and start to partake in it in order to breathe, to flow better, to be more confident, okay? And exercising also helps with depression and anxiety, okay? It takes you out of that space. You got the gift, present, honoring, offering. So there is some sort of gift that you are currently being given. This could come in the form of not like a physical gift only, but it can come in the form of a spiritual gift. So whether it's some sort of ability that is awakening in you, or maybe your intuition is heightening and becoming more developed, or you're getting some sort of insight, whatever it is, there's some sort of offering being present to you. Maybe even a job offering. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. Yeah, again, a gift. So this is all about give and take. Okay? So don't just... I know people who love to give but have a hard time taking. Okay? They feel wrong when somebody gives and gifts something to them. They're like, no, 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 please, no, no, I'm not going to accept this. They have a hard time taking. And then there are people who are selfish and just want to take, but they have a hard time giving. Okay, you want to flow naturally. Okay, you want to be in the middle, being humble, generous, but also allowing others if they... Because at the end of the day, when someone gives you something, right, of course have discernment, because sometimes people have bad energy, and when they give you something, they want that bad energy to affect your life. So see how you feel, okay? You can take it and thank them for it, and then you can either cleanse that thing or sell it or whatever it is, okay? But allow yourself to be open to not just take or not just give, but also give and take. Okay, so it has to be a flow. You can't just be one thing. I don't know if I pronounce that right. Ul, with focus. So there's something you need to focus on at this current time. Oh, you got Aries with war. The last group had Mars, Destroyer, and the Aries in the Moon card. So seems like you guys have some war here too. We're going to look into that later. You got leadership. So I'm just wondering with the war and leadership, I'm wondering if you are in a situation where maybe like a workplace situation where there are people, including yourself, fighting for a position, right? Some sort of leadership position, or even if it's in your home, you and your significant other or someone in your family, it's like you keep battling it out, who's the leader, or who's the voice of reason, right? There's some sort of battle regarding that, maybe leadership. And with the focus card, maybe it's saying to focus on what is most important, right? At the end of the day, it's not important who the leader is. It's important on who has the best skills, or who is the most wisest in order for the project to be done, in order for the house to function like it needs to, right? So look at the bigger picture, okay? Focus on what's the most important. Okay, prioritize. Don't just do things out of ego, because that is destructive and it'll never end well. You got beauty. This could be seeing beauty even in the midst of this chaos. A lot of people like to believe they're spiritual, but at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan and things start to break down, they start to panic. A spiritual person is going to be calm and is going to take a moment to see how, like, what their next steps will be. How are they going to respond or react to this, okay? It takes wisdom and some sort of confidence to be able to just be still in the midst of chaos and react appropriately. okay? You got the Night Woman. So this could be something regarding intuition. Let's see what else you get. You got the Feminine. Okay, the Night Woman also is a feminine card. So this is possibly because of this war and leadership, right? This is very male-oriented energy. Okay, I'm not saying all men are angry and combative, but generally that is the male energy, okay? This is informing you that at this current time, whatever the situation is about, you have to bring out the feminine energy in you. Okay, you have to be a little more nurturing, trust in your intuition, and you have to flow. This is also why you got breathe, flow. Okay, so you can't move through the situation, you know, rigidity and war and anger, right? You have to take a step back, breathe, flow, and move like a wave, okay? So you got soulmate, you got patience, and you got pride. Aries is a prideful sign. So this suggests that you shouldn't allow pride to get in your way because, again, it is destructive and you will not get to where you need to be with pride. It's possible that with this gift and receptivity, is that how you say it? Receptivity card, that maybe your pride prevented you from giving to others, right? You just wanted to take. You wanted the luxury, you wanted all for yourself, but that is not how life is. Life is about balance, give and take. And the more you take, life one day will shake things up and take from you in a very violent way because you haven't been given back anything. Okay, for example, why do you think that all these billionaires and millionaires donate to charity? It's not because they actually care about sick kids or dying people or whatever. They don't give a shit. What they do is they donate large amounts because they keep getting and getting, and they know that if they don't give something back of something, of a resource that they see as God, which is money for them, then things are going to start really falling apart for them. Okay, so that's why they give back. Okay, so do not allow pride to get in your way, because this could also create very toxic relationships. You know, it's all about leadership. And it's just interesting that you got Aries and leadership, because Aries is the leader. Okay, or Aries, whatever how you would say it. But the Aries zodiac sign is the first sign in the zodiac, and it is the leader. Okay, and we do have, I am an Aries, we do have a problem sometimes with pride. Like, maybe you have a hard time saying sorry, or taking accountability, or acknowledging when you are wrong, you know, and those things prevent a happy relationship because your partner doesn't constantly want to battle with you and try to get you to see that you were wrong or that you should say sorry. Okay, so it could be preventing you from that soulmate. So you need to be more humble and more balanced within yourself, and remember to bring out the feminine in yourself and not just the masculine, because currently you may be functioning in the masculine a little too much. Okay, I personally have a hard time trying to connect with the feminine because of the trauma I faced in my early years as a child. So I'm constantly like in survival mode. So I'm trying to take the time to learn how to be more feminine and dress more feminine, you know, because I tend to, my comfort zone is pants, you know, so it's hard, but it has to be done, okay? So spend maybe some time in nature where things are more feminine. Okay, things flow easily, and just it sort of reminds you where you came from and that you are connected to the beauty of nature. Okay, so there is Scorpio energy here. You got the 8 with, what is it with every group having the number 8? Eternity. It's that eternal loop. So there's a loop that keeps coming back into your life. But as the patience card reminds you, you need to have patience. And it's a number 23, which results to a number 5. So things are changing. And while they're changing, you need to have patience for that. Okay? Have patience with yourself. Be more kinder to yourself. It doesn't matter how someone else treated you. You don't deserve to treat yourself bad as well. Okay? You can't control other people or what happened to you before. You can control right now. So be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and unlock that feminine energy. You also got the moon card, which is interesting because you got night woman here, and the moon is feminine. So currently in your life, you're being reminded to be more feminine, more intuitive. Okay, so maybe practicing yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, these things will help you balance you out and awaken that divine feminine. Okay, maybe even doing like dancing, but like slow dancing where the music is more like isn't upbeat and fast, but more slower so that you can move like a wave and just like try to have all your body just slowly move. Okay, something like tribal fusion belly dancing and things like that. Okay, you're very close to achieving your goal. You got the, is it gibbous moon? So you're close, okay, but there is still work that needs to be done. And you got the full moon, surrender to the divine. So this is telling you to surrender to that divine feminine, okay? I know it's vulnerable, but let's say when you're in your room and you have that slow music going, okay? Feel that wave inside of you and just be vulnerable with yourself. There's no one else that can see you. So you don't have to feel shame or guilt or anything. Okay, just create your own safe space where you can be as you are. Okay, and that will give you the confidence. By doing this, let's say every night, it will give you the confidence to be more vulnerable or even more feminine outside of that room or that space. Okay, let's see what else you need to know. Oh. Okay, so group 3, you got the 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. This seems like you have to not just feel grateful and thankful for what you do have, but you have to also enjoy what you have. Okay, so it's not about just having it, it's about enjoying what you have. Okay, because the 9 of Pentacles is just one short from that full abundance, that treasure, right? It's just one short. So this is about just enjoying and being content with what you have. The same as with 4 of Wands. 4 is a number of stability, right? Because if you have 4 sticks here, you can make a tent, you can make, whatever you need to. There's some sort of stability there. So it is reminding you to see what you do have and not focus what you lack. Okay, look at the bigger picture. Because you may want to be this leader, but sometimes you just have to let go and just be. Okay? With the Ace of Wands, this is a new beginning in creativity, in passion. Okay, and underneath the deck, you got the Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance and prosperity. So things are looking better for you, but you need to be in that feminine energy, because that energy is about creativity. It is about expansion, right? Because a man can, let's say, give you a home, but like a house, let's say, but it's not going to feel like a home until a woman steps in and creates it a home. Okay, a man can buy ingredients, but it's not a meal until that woman creates it a meal. Okay, so women are the creators. The men are the providers. They provide you with the tools, and the woman end up creating. Okay, woman is more spiritual. She creates that spiritual energy. It's sort of like, let's say, a body is made, right? But it isn't alive until that soul comes in. Okay, that soul energy is feminine. And I do believe that everyone starts out as a female in the womb, but then, like, if it's supposed to be a male, then later the parts form to be a male. But I think everyone, if I remember correctly, everyone starts as a female. So be more in tune and in touch with your feminine side, because it's going to make things a lot more smoother, okay? So group 3, that is all I have for you. I wish you guys luck. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as not only will it help my channel, but it will also help others that need help in their life find these videos, okay? And don't forget to check out my Ko-fi page. You can leave a tip there. You can become a member. You can get a personal reading. There are 4 different types to choose from. And you can also shop there. Okay, everything I make from my Ko-fi goes back into my channel, into getting, let's say, new tech, new gear, my art. It all goes back into that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.